This is going to be our first example for finding volume of a solid bounded by a surface and a rectangular region. So let's suppose that we have the surface f of xy equals 4 plus 9x squared y squared over the region where x ranges from -1 to 1 and y ranges from 0 to 2. So we can set up a double integral to calculate the volume of our surface. So we'll have double integral over our region of our function, which is 4 plus 9x squared y squared. This gives us the height of a rectangular prism times the area element or the differential of area. And we can write this as an iterated integral. I'll just start with x from -1 to 1. Y will be from 0 to 2. 4 plus 9x squared y squared. And I have to write a dy here because the variable of integration here should match the variable of integration of my limits. And here my limits are from 0 to 2, and that's the range of y. And then my second differential will be dx. dy dx here is equivalent to dA, and dx will match the limits of integration of the outer integral. Now, as I explained with the slicing method, in order to evaluate our internal integral, we're going to, since we're evaluating with respect to y, we're going to hold x fixed, which means we're going to consider x as a constant and integrate with respect to y. So I'm going to go a little bit slowly so you can see how I'm using all of the notation. I'm going to leave the outer integral as is from -1 to 1. And on the inside, I'm going to go ahead and integrate. So remember, we're integrating with respect to y. So the antiderivative of 4 with respect to y will be 4y. And the antiderivative of 9x squared y squared, well, if we're thinking of x as being fixed, 9x squared is considered our constant. And so I'm going to leave that 9x squared, and then we integrate y squared, which will be y cubed over 3 using the power rule. Now that we've integrated the inside with respect to y holding x fixed, we're going to evaluate that from 0 to 2, our values of our along y, and then we still have on the outside, we still have a dx because we still have to add up all the areas of all of those slices that are represented by the area represented in pink. So I'm going to simplify a little bit on the inside, and then we will use the fundamental theorem to evaluate from 0 to 2, leaving our outer integral as is. So on the inside, we've got 4y plus 3x squared y squared cubed, y cubed, from 0 to 2 dx. And using the fundamental theorem on the inside, we will have the integral from -1 to 1. And now we'll evaluate our expression when y is 2. So I'm going to get an 8 plus y cubed. That's going to be 8 times 3 is 24. So that's 24x squared. And when we evaluate our integrand when y is 0, we're just going to get 0. So that's what we're getting. And we finally reduced this integral to an integral of one variable, which we all know how to do. So now we're ready to integrate this with respect to x. So this is going to be 8x plus 24x cubed over 3, which gives us an 8x cubed. And we will integrate this as x varies from -1 to 1. Using the fundamental theorem of calculus, we're going to put in 1 for x, so I have an 8 plus 8, and then minus what I get when I put in a -1, so that's going to give me a -8 minus 8, putting in -1, And then we've got 16 minus a negative 16, or 16 plus 16, which is 32. And that is the value of our integral. Now, we can also switch our limits of integration and reverse the order of our differentials. And we should get the same thing by Fubini's theorem. So let's try that for practice. So let's say, okay, we can do it that way, or we can set this up as the integral from 0 to 2, integral from negative 1 to 1. Our surface is the same, so we have 4 plus 9x squared y squared, but this time we're going to integrate with respect to x first, holding y fixed, and then with respect to y. So when we do the internal part and find the areas of the slices, we are going to hold y fixed, which means we're thinking of it as a constant, so that we find this area, and then we will integrate with respect to y after that. So this is going to give us the integral from 0 to 2, holding y fixed. Antiderivative of 4 will be 4x. And then the second term, we're thinking of y squared as a constant, so I'm going to have a 9y squared x cubed over 3. And we need to integrate that from negative 1 to 1, and the outer integral is still there. So I'm going to simplify a little bit on the inside and then use the fundamental theorem of calculus. So this is 4x plus 3y squared x cubed from negative 1 to 1. Applying the fundamental theorem, we're going to get integral from 0 to 2. When x is 1, this gives us a 4 plus 3y squared. When x is negative 1, I'm going to have a minus negative 4 minus 3y squared dy. Now we have an integral with respect to y only, and it looks like I've got a 4 plus a 4, and 8. I'm just combining some like terms here, plus 6y squared dy. Okay, let's integrate that with respect to y. So we'll have an 8y plus 6y cubed over 3, so plus 2y cubed from 0 to 2. Using the fundamental theorem again, we get 16 plus 16, and then we subtract what we would get when y is 0, which is just 0, and so this does give us that volume of 32, which is consistent with our previous answer when we had a reverse order of integration.